god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well as a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Avatar top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting on the 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by Regen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Monday Night Nexus Gaming Series Showdown. Tonight we're in Division D West. Disturbance up against Luciodology. Veteran squads here in NGS. Excited to be a part of this one. Glad you guys are here as well. I'm Murder, your host this evening. I'm joined by the party camera. I think there's a chicken and Greedo having fun down here. I don't know what's going on. Don't ask me. Anyway, I'm waiting right now, watching the end of a Division A match on my side monitor, where looks like Wholesome Halfwits just got the first keep up against my boys on Regen Ghost. We're waiting to see if this lobby is going to be created soon. I'm not exactly sure, but we're going to wait and find out. Slexia, you're here. 69 bits as always. Appreciate that, my friend. Let me try to find one of our captains and see if they are in a game or not. Takulu. Not in a game yet. Making lobby? We'll find out. Thank you for being patient tonight. And there's a few other matches going on. I'm sure you guys are catching the tail end of those. So if you're here, just waiting on Disturbance and Luciodology. We'll be ready in just a moment when the teams get a lobby set up for us. What a closing. If you guys want to tune in right now, side monitors or second screens, maybe a multi-stream, twitch.tv/mongoose_22. Quite a thrilling match on Volskaya found you right now between Wholesome Halfwits and Regen Ghost. About to enter the 20th minute of the game. 18 kills to 7, but it's Wholesome Halfwits down all those kills with the first keep of the game down. They have a really strong siege count. They're pushing in all these lanes, trying to keep them up on the Regen Ghost keeps. And with this final, well, it should be final control point, basically winner take all right here. We'll see what the play ends up looking like. Okay, looks like we have a lobby. Can I join? Invite, please. Smiley. Thank you, Takulu. Hopefully. There we go. I got my lobby invite. Gonna need Disturbance on the left tonight, please. Oh, this is likely the end of the game here, and yeah, looks like Wholesome Halfwits are gonna take a late one. Get the triple kill. They get the Triglav, and yeah, they were down that entire game, and ended up pulling it out with a Zul tank. Double support to Ronda Uther. Outstanding game for them. Tough loss there for Regen Ghost in game number 1. We are finally in our lobby, of course, which is great news. Waiting on Disturbance to show up. Plenty of time before our penalty timers start getting looked at, so I'm not worried about all that. I do know that they were able to have their coin toss on time. That's the important part, right? So this is actually a week 1 matchup. If you see that on your screen, that's not a typo. I know we are technically in the 2nd week of NGS Season 7. However, this match was scheduled for last week. They couldn't get it in till tonight, Monday night. So a little late on it, but hey, we don't mind too much as long as they get it in. Glad to see they're doing it here tonight. This might be a short match. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully that's not bad news for Disturbance showing up tonight. Wraithling maybe signaling having trouble getting some teammates on. Are there some MIA players? Who knows? I don't know. Wraithling says yes, so we might have some issues here tonight, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up an away screen. Probably put up like a 5-minute timer. I'll check back in 5 minutes with you guys. I don't want to just sit here and have you guys stare at me. Honestly, I'm not too interesting. So I'm gonna tune around. I'm gonna watch some HOTS, what's going on. Hope you guys are doing the same. Thank you for being here tonight, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned. Well, 5 minutes are up. Few extra seconds there, I believe, but perfect timing because Disturbance has entered the building just in time to get this match underway. I'm gonna let them know I'm ready to go. Hope you guys at home are as well. Hope you're having a great time. Once again, I am your host tonight, Murda, if you don't know me. Board member over with NGS, founder of Regen. And overall, hopefully I'm a fun guy. That's what I'm shooting for. I said I'm ready. Looks like Disturbance is ready. Waiting one final R from Luciodology, and game number 1 will be taking place. It's going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Our maps tonight: Braxis Holdout and Towers of Doom by Disturbance, Dragonshire and Sky Temple by Luciodology. And this first map pick was from Disturbance. Actually, it looks like Luciodology had one person step away during the break there, waiting for them to return. But it's going to be first to pick in this draft for Luciodology, captained by Takulu. The other side captained by Wraithling. Of course, you guys know him as our webmaster extraordinaire for Nexus Gaming Series. Shout outs to Wraithling if you're watching. I will shout you out every chance I get, my friend. Luciodology is ready. Asking for one final ready check. And we'll be right underway here with game number 1, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Welcome to NGS week number 1. As I mentioned earlier, this is actually a week number 1 match. They didn't get it in last week. Today's Monday, so they're getting it in. We'll call it a day late, but not $1 short. They are getting it in, and I will give them credit for that. On the clock and already making the ban, not taking too much time. I guess they had a lot of time to think about it there in the lobby. They banned away at Kael'thas. Strong on this map, strong in rotations, flame strikes, living bombs, all of it. Especially here in Division D, can be a powerhouse. Kael'thas banned out first, and I think you guys at home know exactly why. Wraithling now with the decision, 5 seconds left for Disturbance's first ban. We're going to lock in the Diablo. You could see him previously in my party cam hanging out tonight. Don't want to deal with Big Red. Well, problem solved. Get some Diablo sauce from Taco Bell and you're all good to go. Phoenix, the second ban here for Luciodology, now setting up Disturbance with their final ban, and I wonder if they want to stick with these tanks or if they're maybe worried about one of these supports. No, they're worried about the globes. Asmodan banned here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let me catch up in my book really quick and make sure I have these written down. There's another pick coming in. It's going to be Orc Johanna. Sometimes that skin tricks me. I'm like, wait, who is this? Do I know this hero? Is this a new hero that Blizz didn't tell me about? Oh, it's actually just Johanna. Looking extra ugly, if I might say so myself. Back over to Disturbance. Their first 2 picks. I would imagine they want that Anubarak. It's still available. I still think he's strong. Oh, they want the Garrosh. What do I know? Gul'dan, fantastic on this map. The wave clear is going to be great. I like taking the Gul'dan away from the Johanna side as well because that combination can be deadly. They get the Garrosh, so they're looking at becoming somewhat of a pick comp. Kind of tough sometimes with the slow damage from Gul'dan, so wondering what they're going to do in that regards for finding burst damage to follow up on these Garrosh tosses, maybe some of these taunts at level 10. There you go, Jay Regular hopping on Jaina. Fairy Winkle playing the Rhaegar. And then our final ban for Disturbance will be Jim Raynor. Final ban of the match, or the map at least. It's for Luciodology, their third, 5 seconds remaining, and I think they want to get rid of a support here, but is it the Anduin? No, it's just the Stukov. So they're leaving Anduin open, and I don't know if you guys have had a chance. I guess you haven't. But check out the Nexus Now podcast episode we recorded yesterday. It's actually still being edited, so I know you haven't watched it yet. But maybe you're watching this in the future. talking to you future people. Switch on over to the NGS YouTube page after this. Check out Nexus Now Podcast 14, where we talk about the latest patch, including a little bit of Anduin talk, and I talk about how I think he's just by and far the #1 S-tier support in the game right now. Or I should say healer. Sorry, support, healer, they're two different things now, Murda! Stop confusing people! Brightwing, though. Brightwing? Okay. Interesting. Imperious Sylvanas in response, and I think the Sylvanas a great pick there for the captain Takulu at the end of the draft. Really not a lot of dive or like targets for that polymorph from Brightwing. That's kind of what I'm wondering. Is it just reserved for like a Rhaegar or an Imperious walking in? Maybe just wanting to kill the Johanna before that Iron Skin is available. Final picks a Zul'jin, and now they got a little bit of burst. I like this. They can grab that taunt. They can go guillotine if they want, or if Mumbo wants to be a little bit safer, of course he can opt into that Tazdingo, but I think guillotine makes more sense with the Garrosh if they're looking for those burst kills. But I gotta ask you guys, because you guys know more than me. I'm just a caster. You guys are the smart people. Let me know what you think. Who's gonna win game #1? Disturbance or Luciodology? You can represent your votes with hashtag Disturbance or hashtag Luciodology in chat right now. If you want to throw a vote out on the YouTube comments for you future people again, go for that. That's fine. I love the interaction there on YouTube as well. Who did I not write down? Sylvanas. And I have all of the picks in my book now, which is fantastic. Hoping to hear from you guys with those votes. As we head on in to game #1, it will be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Neither team has had a chance to start their season yet. So tonight will be the debut for both these squads in Season 7, and both teams, of course, do not want to go home tonight empty-handed, because points early in the season could mean all the difference at the end of the season. Here we go. It's Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's introduce our blue side. First up front is the Captain Wraithling on Thrall. Captain Roberts playing Gul'dan. Mambo on that Zul'jin. Belial playing Brightwing. And last but not least, on the tank, it's Kurtz playing Garrosh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Disturbance. Over on the right-hand side, their competitors tonight, we got Takulu, the captain for this side, playing Sylvanas. Eugenius on the Johanna. Fairywinkle playing Rhaegar. Jay Regular on the Jaina. And up top playing the solo lane. In the top lane, it's Goose MVP on Imperious. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Luciodology. Checking out the mid lane. And those level 1 talents. Oh, it's Unfurling Shadows from Sylvanas. Laws of Hope from Johanna. Not going to get those extra shields as the taunt comes out early on Jaina, and Jay Regular's completely surrounded. An early kill before the 30-second mark for Disturbance, as they're going to make their rotation down to bottom with Thrall. There's Wraithling. Let's keep an eye on him. Playing with Thrall, obviously you know about this hero. He's been around since the game came out, basically. Dominant in lane, plenty of self-sustain, but when this rotation comes out, could be in trouble, and Thrall is down. We did miss up top, a kill on Imperious, so it's still a kill lead right now for Disturbance, up 2-1. But they lose their soak in the bottom lane, which could give a little bit of room now for Luciodology to take an XP lead, and maybe more importantly, a gem lead, which is obviously those objectives being of peak importance here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Really can make the difference, but if you're Luciodology, you don't really need them, because you got Sylvanas. Check out Takulu now getting rooted. Polymorph as well. Wow, look at that damage on top from Belial. Great job throwing out that little Arcane Blast. I think is that what it's called? What's this thing called? Arcane Flare. Ooh, Murda was close on that one. Feeling good early in Season 7 with these ability names. Checking it up top once again, Goose MVP already fell a little bit earlier in this top lane playing Imperious. Went pretty low that time, had to use a well-tapped. Gul'dan getting some value already. Did go Echoed Corruption at level 1, sitting at 9 stacks so far. Fingers of Frost, 2 blows early in the game for Jay Regular. Thrall all by his lonesome down bottom. But this unorthodox rotation from Luciodology, keeping their 4-man between mid and bot. You don't see this often on Tomb of the Spider Queen, opting to leave this Imperius alone in the top lane. But I gotta say, Goose is struggling a little bit. Once again, low on HP, having to worry about Captain Roberts and his Gul'dan. As we see this fight breaking out down bottom, it's Garrosh with the armor. Not too scared, turning in 3 gems. Neither side with enough to get the full cash yet, but in the lead by 1 is Disturbance. Really close so far. Back down to bottom with this rotation and really not wanting to change up the game plan yet. Not sending any help up to Goose MVP in the top lane. Now going to have to use that Hearth to go all the way back to base. Long rotation going to come from Rhaegar to cover the soak in the top lane. Smart move by Fairywinkle. Johanna gonna resume duties mid for Luciodology as well, as gem counts are starting to get close. Now just 8 away or Disturbance. Looking for a toss there with Garrosh, but that Iron Skin is active by Johanna, so Eugenia is able to back up, keep a large majority of that health bar intact. Gonna rejoin with Jaina, try to cash in 15 of these gems down bottom. Fairywinkle nearby, holding on to 12 of their own. And there go the first 15 in the bank for Luciodology, as we are rounding the corner of level 6, heading towards level 7. Neither team with a turn in yet. 1 gem away right now is Disturbance from having enough to get their first cash of the game. Kurt's taking a little bit of damage from that Blizzard, Belial as well, but the sustained supporting from Brightwing will do just fine in this situation, as these Siege Giants are approaching, capped in the bottom lane by Disturbance. Gonna have to be responded to here by Luciodology, which is gonna open up room for Wraithling to dump off 17. Only 10 more needed, make it 6 as Brightwing gets in another 4. Eugenia's in trouble, gets tossed, has Iron Skin, but the body blocks are partially there by Garrosh. Not gonna be enough for the kill, and still just sitting at those 3 earlier kills are Disturbance, and still just the 1 for Luciodology. We haven't seen a kill in a few minutes now, as we just reached level 7 for Disturbance. Still sitting 6 gems away from that first turn, and I know Gul'dan has him up top. But Imperius staying a little bit too close for now. Here comes the rotation. Gonna try to zone for Captain Roberts here, and I think this should be it. There goes a shield glare from Johanna, which would have been great to interrupt, but Eugenius didn't get it scouted out, and that indeed will be the first web weavers of the game here for Disturbance. We're at the 5-minute mark. Both teams now at level 7, and see in chat, Big Doodoo Head saying Zul'jin should have gotten Headhunter at level 1. Instead went Recklessness. Maybe a bit safer if worried about getting kills on some of these targets. I don't know which target he'd be worried about potentially getting a kill on. We see a fight breaking loose here. Johanna Iron Skin once again. Not the target Garrosh wants, but it's been the target Garrosh has been finding so far. Now he's in trouble. Gonna get that phase shift on top. Big heal from Brightwing with that boost at level 1 with Hyper Shift. These web weavers are on the ground. I want to say thank you for that follow. Excal 07. Gul'dan taking care of Imperius for the 2nd time in this top lane.
A new subscriber.
I keep saying they're struggling. Excal with the sub as well. Wow, too nice, my friend. Welcome and glad to have you be part of the family. Feel free to throw out those let's go emotes. Fairywinkle now in trouble. It's Rhaegar, so can hop into that puppy form, run away, as the response is now coming J regular to Gulu here. That's the damage pieces for Luciodology. Gonna have to worry about Garrosh now with that groundbreaker right in the face. Johanna getting flipped body blocked here. There's the polymorph. 14 gems on hand as the friendly toss forward onto Brightwing will secure the kill. 5th of the game for Disturbance. That one coming at the tail end of the first objective push of the game. Captain Roberts gonna dump off another 15 gems. Kurt's holding on to 8. They don't have enough for their 2nd turn-in, but with all the momentum moving in their direction and this Imperius still struggling in the top lane, I don't know if the response has really been thought out yet by Luciodology. They're going to go for the Bruiser camp. But I'm still going to say I think they need to figure out a way to send help up to that top lane and or switch to a mid-top rotation rather than a mid-bot rotation and swing Imperius down to the bottom lane up against Thrall, where the matchup might be a little bit closer in his favor. We got a little skirmish maybe at mid as this Bruiser Camp's pushing in. A few heroes trying to turn in on the bottom egg spawner. They're just going to look at each other for now. Level 10 has been achieved from both sides. It is going to be the Sundering from Thrall. What's else standing out here? He did decide to go Taz Dingo, so no guillotine, which I thought might have been good with the taunts. Nonetheless, we're not going to see it. There's Iron Skin. Looking for the throw, finds it that time on Clue. Sylvana's going to survive with the Ancestral Healing. It's a turnaround happening. There's the Ring of Frost. Hits Garrosh, and Garrosh will be killed. Mumbo's still backing up as Taz Dingo, and he's going to stand firm in here for a moment. Oh no, not like this, Zul'jin. Zul'jin, not like this. It's a double kill for Luciodology, finding Zul'jin before he found his R button. And they're going to have room to get a turn in their first of the game. There's the final 3. Put the bank by Imperious. With 4 heroes in this top lane, Jaina the only one down bottom. It looks as though Luciodology is finally going to start worrying about this top lane. They're going to do it on the backs of their first objective push. Here's the response. Kurtz respawning with that Garrosh, trying to step into the red team. Doesn't find a target quite yet. A few minions in his face as this Web Weaver dropping out of the sky right on top of the top lane fort wall of Disturbance. All 5 members of Luciodology are here. Thrall split out all by himself down bottom to a 5v4 advantage for a few moments here. Kurt's taking some damage. Big spear by Imperious. Great job, and they get the double kill too. They find the Brightwing, who is in the midst of popping that Emerald Wind. Not enough to keep her team alive. And it's a double kill, might be more. Mumbo has the Taz Dingo this time, turning it around on Johanna, but Iron Skin says, "You're not getting me, you're not killing me." Triple kill for Luciodology, now taking the lead 6-5 kills. They're going to get their first structure of the game. And they're going to be first to level 13 in just a moment with enough gems on hand for back-to-back turn-ins. This is a huge swing in momentum for Luciodology. All 5 heroes channeling away as quickly as they can, and there they go, back-to-back with no time wasted. Disturbance really having a fight back now with lanes pushed out in the top, mid-wall down, and this mid-fort sitting below, say, call it about 33%. Likely going to fall here as this minion wave is sturdy, it's cleared out. Now pushing in with a Web Weaver and 5 heroes. Here comes Luciodology on the mid-fort of Disturbance. By shield, there it is. Follow-up condemned by Johanna. There's the Ring of Frost, and they find Garrosh, but he has his own Indomitable to get away. Followed up by a taunt. Phase shift in by Brightwing with that Emerald Wind, and that's the turnaround Disturbance was looking for. Might get more with gold. Dan's Echo Corruption being completed. Goose is low. Goose 50 health, still alive. Jaina 100 health, still alive. They get Imperious. They're not going to find Jaina now. Sylvanas trying to push away Garrosh. And that's going to be it for the exchange, but it's a 2-for-1 trade for Disturbance. They do lose their mid-fort, but they're going to keep these keeps alive, which is really the important part. Mid cleared up, top now going to be cleared up. Bot still back a bit. Likely not going to pressure this bottom keep wall too much. Thrall's going to be here in time. And the rest of the squad maybe feeling good. Now they have a gem advantage. You see 32 on the Garrosh, 14 on Gul'dan, and a few other gems, miscellaneous gems. They're getting pretty close. Yeah, it looks like they do have enough because of the 37 already in the bank. Luciodology is going to have to play defense on the turn-ins, but also now defense in the mid lane. Bruiser Camp going to be picked up. You see on the other side, Luciodology looking at their own Bruiser Camp, but I think they're going to be late to stop this turn-in attempt. There goes Garrosh. Gul'dan gonna channel as well, but not needed, not wanted. Disturbance with their second Web Weavers of the game, now trying to counter push. They again have this Bruiser Camp in mid. Great wave clear from Gul'dan to help clear the other side. There's the Sunder, and they get Goose once again stuck. Pops his armaments, gets the Ancestral. Still trying to walk away, but that Groundbreaker again gonna stall him. But the Ring of Frost is great. It's 4 members from Jaina that time. Not enough, though. Couldn't get in there with the follow-up. No heroics left for either side except the Taz Dingo. No kills. But with the Web Weavers here, Luciodology has to back up to their well. Fortunate they didn't lose any heroes there. Great job supporting by Fairy Wing. As Disturbance is able to get a kill onto that fort, they find the flip on Jay, and there you go. Another kill, putting them back in the lead now. Disturbance finding a double kill on Imperious. Dekulu backing up on Sylvanas should be safe as well as Johanna there. When they get that fort, Sylvanas still taking damage, getting a little greedy out beyond the wall. Takes another shot from Gul'dan once more, and Dekulu's gonna fall. Actually goes in with that. Oh my god, Dekulu, no fear. Yeah, just threw a haunting wave right over the wall with no health. I don't know how he survived. Keep all down, but Keep does survive. Up top, big minion push. Web Weaver's still up with about 5% health. Gonna maybe get off one more web blast. Doesn't hit the Keep. Barely. I don't even know if it did. Keep should likely still fall. There it is. First Keep of the game belongs to Disturbance. They use the Horrify to disengage, and they will get out cleanly. Both sides with level 16 talents, waiting to see from Jaina, and she's going to go with the Northern Exposure. Surprising pick. Still 3 gems needed here for Disturbance. They found some kills. They found a lot of minions as well during that last push. There's those 3 gems they need. Actually, technically 5 they need to cash in, so Right Wing plus Garrosh, there they go, channeling. No one's nearby to interrupt, so this will be back-to-back Web Weavers from Disturbance. Big Doo-Doo Head says LMAO, WTF, so, hey, I don't know. I was saying the same thing. I don't know how she lived going in like that. But she does survive. There will be Disturbance once again, making this push now up a full level. They're going to try to get their 3rd fort of the game down. 4th overall structure. Already taking it down below 50% health. Here comes the counter attack. Johanna leading the way with Imperious. Moving forward, Sylvanas has to get right back out. There was a taunt, but Kurtz is way too deep. Ancestral going to keep Rhaegar alive. A self-ancestral that time by Fairy Winkle. And there's that Emerald Wind disengage. And you can tally this one up for Luciodology. A great defense. Jay Regular going to take a big blast from Gul'dan, but not enough to take Jaina down. They saved the fort. They're likely to save this Keep as well. Disturbance just going to rotate to the top lane, and this is basically conceding the objective. They know they can't push onto the core. They're missing the tank. They know they can't push anywhere else because those Web Weavers are gone. So actually, look at this. Maybe the smartest play. Just rotate away from the final Web Weaver. Finish off the remainder of that fort. Get some catapult pressure. Match what's coming from the other side. Heads up play there, but maybe giving up a little bit of room up top. That boss is available. Garrosh just respawning. Looks like he's heading that way to make sure that no one's going after the boss. Goose is going to look at it. Maybe this is a bait about to be started. Johanna holding the bush. Kurtz nearby will be scouted. Walking forward. There was the Blessed Shield. Follow up from Dem, and Domino going to move Garrosh away, and now it's Imperious veered into the side of Disturbance, and they already killed a Jaina. She didn't have the Ring of Frost up quite yet. Double kill, make it 3 actually, as Sylvanas fell as well. A triple kill and a wide open boss in a wide open lane. This could be the spot Disturbance was waiting to find. Ripping through it as well. Zul'jin great at the single target damage. Gul'dan really great at siege damage in general. And of course, Thrall there smacking away with whirlwinds. That's a quick boss take by Disturbance. As mentioned, a wide open top lane. 20 plus seconds until 3 heroes will be respawning for Luciodology, and that means a fight really can't happen behind the boss. They're gonna have to take it right under on the core. That's exactly where Disturbance wants to be. They might even have level 20 by the time this really starts happening. 5 seconds for Sylvanas to be up. Jane is just now respawning. Imperious will be last to join the fight. There's the Ring of Frost quickly hits 4 members. Ancestral gonna keep alive Sylvanas, but that damage is way too quick. Disturbance will take game number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Yo, Parody, what's up? Welcome. Parody, fantastic Super Mario Maker streamer. Found him and had fun hanging out, exchanging levels, having a good time. Welcome to the match summary, though, brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series, our proud and fantastic hosts here during Season 7, of course. Game number 1 handed over to Disturbance. They take it late there with a boss push. Fantastic play by Captain Roberts. Led the team in hero damage and siege damage. No deaths and 4 kills. Our MVP of game number 1 will be Gul'dan, played by Captain Roberts. Some really smart play on the other side, too. Sylvanas, outstanding play. 5 kills, 56,000 damage. Here are the talents as chosen by our players there in map number 1. I think they just reached level 20 at the end. Actually, no. There, it says level 19. They did not reach level 20. We're going to take a short break, 4 minutes leading into game number 2. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Hope you're having a good time, and we'll be back right after the break. Welcome back. How is everyone doing? Hope you enjoyed your break. Hope you got some water. Maybe you had to run to the restroom. But most importantly, I hope you are back and in your seat. Waiting to see that the lobby gets set up correctly. Looks like they got it now. Okay, I think we're going to be ready. Looks like we're going to Battlefield of Eternity for game number 2 after we saw Disturbance take Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is the map selection of Disturbance once again. We're quickly into this draft. Here we go. Battlefield of Eternity, and it will be first to pick once again for Luciodology. We saw them in game number 1 ban out that Kael'thas rather quickly. Do they still want to take him out on Battlefield of Eternity, where he's not as strong, doesn't provide as much in the Immortal race? Not a lot of waves for Kael'thas to be clearing, but still a deadly hero up against a side that might not be comfortable playing against him. They will stick with the Kael'thas ban. Now, Disturbance took away the I was going to say that. I promise. Matching their game 1 ban is Disturbance with Diablo. The second ban was Phoenix for Luciodology in game number 1. We'll see if they repeat that and we stick to the script, or if they want to flip it around a little bit after losing that first game. They're going to ban away the Brightwing, who found a little bit of value with that hyper shift. Really good disengage with the Emerald Wind too. At one point it was a pretty stellar play. I hope got clipped there in game number 1 by Belial. Disturbance now with their second ban of the map, thinking it could be that Raynor or Asmo. Nope, it's going to be the Jaina. Didn't like to deal with J Regular in game number 1 and say, hey, we're going to get rid of it here in game 2. The Rings of Frost were fantastic by J Regular. Connected, I believe, every time. I don't think we had any misses. And Eugenia's hopping right back on that Orc Joe. Here's a quick pick. Artanis, who's great, recently got a few tweaks in that latest patch from Blizzard. Mambo also going to pick up Raynor. So these are 2 outstanding Immortal racers already secured by Disturbance. And just the Johanna showing on the other side. I wonder if they're going to start flexing in to more of a defense comp, knowing that 2 of these heroes that are, I'd almost say, vital in having any sort of race comp anymore. Really, these 2 have cemented themselves as big name players in that, but you see Lunara, she has a place in that list. Li Ming as well, very safe at poking. Those orbs and missiles can do a tremendous amount of damage if left alone for an extended period. So it looks like both sides are starting to think about racing each other, but I gotta say, I still like Artanis Raynor a bit better for now. On to the final ban for Disturbance. Waiting on one more now from Luciodology. Ming. Last ban was Garrosh. Would probably fit in rather nicely with what's already started here. Those Artanis swaps. The Garrosh flips and stuns could be great paired in with that. Luciodology knows better. They don't want to play against it. Garrosh banned away. Here's Lily for Belial. Okay, I sees you. And the Anubrak, which I thought might have come out in game number 1, didn't end up showing it, instead opting for the Garrosh. We will see Kurtz playing Anubrak this time. Thank you so much for that follow, Simulatedness. I still don't know how to pronounce it. I know where you're from. You're from Backbone, and I appreciate you because you're wacky and you're crazy. But I still can't pronounce your name. Let's try again later. Simulatenist. I got it. Simulatenist. Okay. Murda's not too dumb. Lucio picked by Luciodology. Ending the draft with a Varian. I would suspect a taunt for the Li Ming. Is it though? Goose, you gotta show us. Level 4 we'll find out. Lucio Varian though. Final picks for Luciodology. And the
Host
final
connection
pick
detected.
for
Routing hollow
Disturbance,
feed now.
Asmodan, who they banned out in game number 1. Thank you for that, host, as well. I don't know if you had any viewers, but, you know, hey, the host is always appreciated. Asmo final pick. Back over to you guys in chat. You're starting to chat with me now, so I'm going to ask you again. You didn't respond to me in game number 1. I was a little sad. But I need your votes. Hashtag Disturbance or hashtag Luciodology. Who's going to win map number 2? The vote is yours. Who do I think? Honestly, I'm going to give it to Disturbance. I like having the Artanis and Raynor for the race. I think Azmodan's going to do enough in defense with those globes, especially late game. The siege potential Azmodan brings as well. I would not be surprised if we end up seeing the sieging ult, which is called... It'll come to me. It's only week 1. Don't tell me it's week 2 already. We'll figure it out. Gosh, what is it called? Help me, chat. Hashtag Luciodology votes coming out, though. Here we go. Game number 2, Battlefield of Eternity. And on the left-hand side, we got our game 1 winners. Kurt's going to be playing the Anubrak, Mambo on Raynor, Belial playing the Panda Girl, Captain Roberts on Asmo, and up top, it's the true captain, and the captain in all of our hearts. It's Wraithling playing Artanis. Ladies and gentlemen, they are Disturbance. Over on the right, we got Fairywinkle on Lucio, Eugenia's once again on Johanna, J Regular swapping over to Leeming, Goose MVP on Varian, and up top, playing the deer, it's Takulu. Ladies and gentlemen, they are Luciodology. Yeah, a lot of votes here. Luciodology, 3 votes this time. A lot of Division D friends here showing up. I want to say thank you to all of you guys for showing up late and welcome. If you don't know words, if you don't know me, I'm Murda. Not great at talking, but I do the casting weekly here for NGS. You can also catch me Thursday nights over on the NGS Twitch page for the Thursday Night Showdown. No kills there in the early exchange, but we can look at our level 1 talents. And this is High King's Quest from Varian, which usually does not signal to me that it's going to be a taunt. Could be looking at a Colossus Smash. I don't know, you don't know, but we can talk about Amateur Opponent, which of course is a must-pick for Artanis on this map. Not Exterminator for Raynor, instead Ace in the Hole selected. Gonna try to find some slows. Can give himself some slows later on, or provide them himself rather, at level 7. Mambo gonna try to exchange a little bit in the very there, able to have a lot of self-sustain heal. The soundtracks. Eugenia's try to condemn this wave, set up Leeming, but you still notice they lack on the wave clear, and Lucio just was stuck behind the wave, not to mention this general and all these minion spawns coming down from Azmodan as well, making it that much harder for Luciodology to keep up in this wave clear. And I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon, because Leeming, he's not going to get any better with the wave clear. Varian, he's not going to get any better. Johanna really the only one who's going to scale at all in helping with that, but she's going to give up a lot of her other utility if she starts trying to take some of those abilities that can help kill the minions. Here comes Goose to charge him in. Still without level 4. Can't do much. Varian, hate to tell you, not a hero until level 4. Both teams about to reach that mark, though, after the final wave here in the bottom lane. Let's peek in up top. See how these two heroes are doing. It's Artanis, and it's Lunara. Wraithling versus Takulu. Captain versus Captain. So we want to make sure we show this action. Immortal's spawning. 15 seconds. Wraithling gonna check out up top. He does have active bonus, but he can get through this rather quickly. But 10 seconds is all that remains until these Immortals spawn. The rest of the heroes, they're off on these booster camps. There's Disturbance picking theirs up first. Bottom siege camp gonna go uncapped. Do want to note the Impaler camps, the one that Wraithling is capturing up top. This thing does do a little bit more damage. Recently got buffed in the latest patch. I believe it does 65 base auto attack damage now, up from 50. So when left alone, can be a little bit deadlier, but with the Shaman camp in response up top for Luciodology, I don't think it should be anything to worry about. few free stacks here for Asmo as Luciodology is going to play defense. Now pushing in Kurtz on offense. Trying to take care of Varian, who we do see moved into the Colossus Smash. I've not mentioned that yet. And I'm surprised, yeah, finally we're seeing Lunara move on down. There you see Nature's Culling selected at level 4, which is definitely the way to go. Going to help a lot in the race. There's a response by Disturbance, sending all their heroes down bottom, fighting Varian. Double stun from Anub'arak, and a big globe from Captain Roberts going to secure the kill. Second of the game for Disturbance, picking up where they left off in game number 1, leading early, and they're going to be able to push halftime here before Luciodology can get to that mark on the other side. So good early lead here as Anub'arak gonna scout out what's going on. Leeming's gonna step forward with the globe. Actually connects onto Raynor. Big damage on Mambo. Both sides just gonna push through the remainder of these health bars. But I really think this should favor Disturbance. I'd be surprised if it doesn't go that way. It's pretty close. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Luciodology winning by 86 points? Wow. Not what I expected. And I don't mind being wrong. I hope all of you in chat are throwing out all sorts of terrible nude emotes at me. Especially if you're a fan of Luciodology, and I know you're out there because you voted for it. Your first you hate to see it moment, and I'm going to slap it on myself right there. Immortal pushing in on the bottom fort wall. They will get the first turret down. Eugenia's going to be down bottom, up and whack away and set the front for Luciodology as you see them get through that second turret. This wall should fall from the slam as well. And that's about all they're going to find. Anub'arak looking for a boil charge, not finding it. So it's just the fort wall, not too much. Still no kills in the game for Lucio. And up top, still pretty even, but the mana war being won by Arcanus currently. Lunara below 50%. Gonna find an enemy's globe, which is pretty good. Anytime you can steal those away. Down bottom, and Taylor can't be worked on by Disturbance. The burrow charge in. It's a 4v4 fight. Anub'arak's in the deep part of it right now. Goose very low. He's gonna have to start retreating, but pretty good amp it up that time by Lucio, keeping his team members alive. Another globe coming in from Asmo. Not enough to finish off Varian. And that's a successful steal by Luciodology on those Impalers. They're going to set themselves up for a bit more damage pushing forward up against this fort where they're already leading. And I said earlier I thought they were going to struggle in the wave clear, but if you have minions, or excuse me, mercs helping push in with your minions, that can help do the job. Asmo's here. He's great in defense. Going for some of those globe talents, including Gluttony at level 1, so he's trying to get extra shots onto the heroes, which I think is definitely the way to go on Battlefield of Eternity when you're spending so much time in this objective area. No minions here to help you stack, so getting those extra stacks on hero hits will certainly help out Asmo. Now you're seeing Luciodology starting to get a little bit more confident on the map, pushing up to that Impaler camp, getting their second of the game. They still have their Bruiser camp just now respawn 2 seconds till Immortals spawn, and they are in defensive positions, which is a great look when both sides are trying to grab their Bruisers and be on point at the same time. Neither side at level 10, but they are deadlocked at 9 1/4. Slight lead now after that Bruiser camp pickup for Luciodology, but shouldn't be too much to worry about as Arcanus soaking up top for Disturbance. Gonna have to worry about Bruisers, but they're also gonna have to worry about Luciodology pushing onto their Immortal. This 5v4, they saw it. Leeming gonna get stunned. Berrywinkle trying to hold back all of Disturbance by himself, but Lucio, you're not a tank, and that's gonna cost your team 2 kills. Eugenia's might be 3. I don't know if they have the Iron Skin anymore, but Asmo's going to stay in chase. There's the web wrap onto Lunara as another big globe coming in from Asmo. Going to secure the 3rd kill of the fight. Now the swap on Lunara. Takulu trying to hip-hop away and should get away. Oh, the swap so close, the kill so close, but 99 health will survive. Disturbance pushing onto the enemy Immortal, and they once again will be able to push halftime before their opponents, but They barely lost the first one. I gotta think if Exterminator was to play by Raynor at level 1, they would have had that first immortal. But nonetheless, they didn't get it. They have a huge advantage right now, and their opponents are yet to start hopping on the other immortals. So this will be a desperation defense attempt with the Blessed Shield lead off there. Immortal has been killed. There's a blind response from Artanis, who's trying to get out, but Wraithling in a lot of trouble, getting plenty of supporting though right now. Still hanging in there. They get a kill, a big dunk by Asmo finding one. He did complete his level 1 gluttony as they find the one kill. They traded out though. Artanis fell. Web wrap disengagement. That's it, just a 1-for-1 trade, but the immortal is on the map. 75% shield in the top lane. Another big globe of a shield. An iron skin rather, from Johanna. Gonna prevent too much damage to her. Lucio, he's the support, but he's running away from his team. They don't want to defend this fort. They're calling for a keep defense right now. The immortal's still very healthy. Ripping through that top fort like butter. Artanis is split right now, so it will be a 5v4 defense for Luciodology. It looks like Disturbance willing to give this one up. Not sure what that blind was, but hey, it happened. 242 stacks now for Asmodan. We're still sitting at 0 quest parts completed by Varian on Hiking's quest. 18 globes on Regen Master for Nubarak as Artanis with the amateur opponent. It's not only good against the Immortals, it's also great in sieging down forts. You see right there, Wraithling taking a little bit of advantage of the spacing which was provided during that objective push. The rest of his team, they're up top now with an Impaler Camp and a Catapult with them. They're going to try to get through this keep wall, and this is a late rotate back by Luciodology. You see them just hitting those hearth buttons. Varian going to take the long walk, now hitting his hearth. Maybe an early disengage, but they get one of these towers down, not willing to lose any heroes. I suppose playing for the late game, not a horrible idea. Asmo continually getting stronger. A noob still looking for a few more of those globes. Kurt's sitting around, waiting near the Bruiser camp. Looks like that's the next position for Disturbance. Check out the timer on the other side. 10 seconds till the Luciodology Bruiser camp is ready to spawn. There's the first Bruiser camp picked up. Other side working through it quickly. I don't think Disturbance can move across fast enough. So this will go over to Luciodology. Matched top lane pressure against the bottom lane pressure, but it's catapults in both lanes right now for Disturbance. No catapults coming from the other direction from Luciodology. They're going to have to spend some time clearing up this Bruiser camp. That's exactly what they're doing. They're just going to give space, but no one's taking it onto these Immortals. And Nubrak's just playing defense for now. Here comes Disturbance down from the top lane. Check out Luciodology still hanging out in the bottom lane. Now they're going to come on up as Disturbance already working through 25% of it. There's the Blessed lead off. Follow-up stun from the Immortal, not going to connect. There's Varian trying to stay in deep, but the Colossus Smash already used. He doesn't have too much utility left, but they body block in Artanis. He's going to fall. The cup's not enough from Lily that time. It's a 1-for-1 though, as Varian falls to the other side. A little bit of lag from me. Sorry about that. We're back in. Didn't lose too much of the action. Both sides without their Bruiser are going to have to wait. Maybe use the well taps around mid. Actually, Disturbance still has a well in the bottom lane or top lane if they want it. And here comes the pushing. Luciodology, Li Ming taking a big orb there, and that's the one hero you really don't want to see that happening to because of the importance she plays in poking down the enemy Immortal here. Another blast connecting from Asmo. Let's check out the stats now. 314, getting closer and closer to that elusive 400 globe mark. Party mix completed by Lucio. We didn't talk about that one yet. Barrier, the only heroic not available right now for Luciodology. 20 seconds till it's back up. All heroes, however, are back up. 5v5 here in the objective spawn. There's Celestial lead off again. They find Mambo. Not enough follow-up yet. The Colossus Smash coming late, and finally before that blind came out, they killed the Rainer, looking for more. There's the web wrap trying to help out Disturbance, but yeah, it does help him out. Wraithling in deep, they find the kill, might get more. One more glow from Asmo could do it. Actually, no, they don't even need the kill. Quad kill. Disturbance might be more Jay. He's without mana, being chased down by Lily. Arcanus also looking. If Wraithling can land a swap, Lily will fall. They get him. It's a mega kill for Disturbance. They finish off Luciodology in that fight. Asmo is going to be the only one with the lasers trying to finish off the Immortal, as the rest of Disturbance moving to the bottom lane wisely, trying to get some of the structural damage in while they know they have the entire map to themselves right now. There's Rainer respawning, helping out Asmo on this Immortal, with the Raider as well, helping pump out that single target damage. They did get this wall 1 tower down. I believe, yes, that will be the lane that's pushing bottom lane. So having the wall down is huge. It means the Immortals can have that much more opportunity to push in for free. And you gotta be thinking, get behind them if you're Luciodology. Let this Immortal push into the wall, take the fight behind it. Your last desperation attempt. You're not getting 16 before it reaches. So you gotta look for the fight down a talent here. But once this keeps down, yeah, I mean, this could be game, set, match right here for Disturbance after winning game number 1. They're trying to close it out here. 15 minutes in on Battlefield of Eternity. This Immortal with a 50+% shield. It's marching on to the bottom keep. Mabo stepping in as well. That Raider behind him going to shoot away at that as well, as the Immortal trying to finish off the remaining bits of health on the keep. There it goes. First keep of the game down. Now trying to watch what Disturbance has in mind what else they want to do. They can't walk through there, Arcanus. You're being scouted and shot at, Nubrak. Everyone moving past those towers, which already knew the Battlefield of Eternity. They finally make it to the top lane with a few of their heroes. Lily and Asmodan approaching behind. 360 stacks is the update on Globes of Annihilation. Second keep of the game will fall. And now it's desperation. 16 has been achieved. They still haven't picked the talents, though. Hey, Luciodology, you gotta get to 16 and pick the talents before you take the fight. That Lulu running away will survive. The barrier had to be used, and I don't think they're gonna want to take a fight anymore, but at least they don't lose any heroes. They did lose the keep, as 387 stacks is the latest count from Asmodan. Captain Roberts maybe just 1 or 2 more throws away from hitting 400. Disturbance gonna grab another Merc camp for themselves. This Bruiser camp now becoming very important to snag away while you get any opportunity to do so. This Wisp doing a great job scouting. Of course, Sentinel Wisp at level 1, helping increase that range. You can see that represented on your mini-map. Quite big area here, hovering over where that Wisp is sitting in the vent. Fun little talent for Lunara. I enjoy selecting it myself, as we're going to see a double camp push bottom lane with those constant catapults from Disturbance. They're up 2 levels. Might actually be looking for a fight in here. 3 stacks away from Asmodan completing it. Annihilation so close. That wasn't it. So here we go, Immortal phase number 3? I think this is number 3. Maybe it's number 4. It's number 4? Yeah, it's number 4. Blessed Shield lead up. Arcanus once again has to throw out that blind. Trying to scoot away as the barrier's played by Lucio as well. Big dunk. Not getting through a lot of the health yet, but it is going to be Goose first to fall. Varian hanging in there. Couldn't keep himself up. Now it's Johanna without Iron Skin falling as the stacks are complete for Asmodan. The dunks are getting very strong. Wraithling down. Kurt's low, not wanting to help his team out because he knows he's just 1 reset away from falling. They get the Li Ming caught out. Oh, you hate to see it. Li Ming falling 45 seconds. It's a staggered death. Cups are available from Lily to get these health bars all the way back up for Disturbance. That's going to push halftime once again in their favor. I believe they've had halftime each time. And still a full shield amount on their Immortal. Likely will be game if they can finish this off, and with still 2 heroes dead, I don't know how Luciodology has any chance at this point in the game. It will be a full shield, or at least close to full shield Immortal. It's going to be level 20. And it's going to be catapults in both lanes. They're trying to find a new Brack, but Burrow Charge away from Kurt's going to keep him up for now. Fairy, why? Why, Fairy? You can't walk up there. You're Lucio. Lucio down 45 seconds till he's back up. Asmo really trying to find it with that globe. Gets it with the help of Artanis. It's a 2-for-0 in the exchange. Jay Regular hanging in there, doing everything he can on the gleaming. But with the Kulu Hearthing, Johanna now low. There's Cups bringing everyone back up again for Disturbance. Iron Skin can't get away this time, Johanna. Another kill. It's a triple, and the Immortal doesn't even need to be grabbed. They could just win it here, but instead they're going to send Artanis Rainer back to finish it off. Send the rest of the team in with these catapults. Or will they? I don't know. Where's the rest of the team going? I guess they just want to wait. Okay. Could have been game. They played safer? Question mark? I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. "20 seconds until Johanna is back on the map. This Immortal is here and ready to go. Level 20 is achieved. Those talents up on your screen, it will be double blind. And as often as Wraithling's popping it, I think that's a smart choice. He'll have another one for this fight as we move forward with a new Brack. Burrow charging in. Kurt's looking for it, doesn't find it. But wow! Captain Roberts, late game on the Asmo, finding Lucio once again. Immortal on the core. That Cocoon was played. Eugenia's trying to scoot away as Varian's gonna fall next. Takulu gets swapped in. It's a triple. Johanna, everything left in the tank is not gonna be enough. Disturbance gonna take the domination here in week number 1 up against fellow veterans Luciodology. Let's take a look at our match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. What a set. Disturbance taking it quick. Only needed about an hour to get this one in. They take it 2-0 on Tomb of the Spider Queen and Battlefield of Eternity. Here's the stat screen for just a moment. I'll flip you over to the talents as I start reaching out to our captain for Disturbance, Wraithling. See if he wants to come in. Have a quick word with us. Wraithling. Interview. NGS lobby 1. Send whoever you choose. Alright, I'm in lobby 1. Oh, I promised you guys a talent screen as well, huh? There you go, level 21 achieved by Disturbance. Only 19 there in that game number 2 by Luciodology. What a set. As we have our guest joining us, everyone's favorite webmaster, Wraithling. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
Huh? Well, you know, we started late, but we still got this one in rather quickly. Impressed with the squad and your ability to dissect and really take apart Luciodology here in this set tonight.
Well, appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. We're pretty excited. Feel like starting out the season a lot better than last season.
Yeah, so let's talk about Disturbance. Any changes to the roster at all? Any new pieces or anything you guys worked on in the offseason that's exciting to look forward to here in Season 7 for you guys?
Nothing in particular. Maybe some Twin Blades variant with the Abathur.
Yes, let's go.
Didn't get around to it tonight, but maybe next game.
Yeah, I was actually surprised Game 2, the variant pick coming out by Luciodology there, but before we get to game number 2, let's not forget about game number 1. It was Tomb of the Spider Queen, and both maps tonight were map selections of Disturbance. So You want to talk me through the thought process of bringing us to Tomb of the Spider Queen first? Is it you felt your heroes kind of matched up better here, or is just a preference of map? What's the deal, Wraithling?
Well, I guess I just feel like we do better on that map overall than some of the other ones we had left to choose from.
Yeah, obviously we have the double ban system this season, which I think is a lot of fun. A lot more map diversity, but so far early in the season, I gotta say, Tomb of the Spider Queen very popular. So we'll see if that continues as a trend for NGS, or maybe just a few teams like your own like playing it.
Yep.
You guys, you did go in the game. You went with the Garrosh, which I wasn't expecting. I thought maybe a new Brack, which you went with in game number 2, but Garrosh to play in game number 1, you paired it in with the Zul'jin, and I really liked having the Brightwing as well with the Hyper Shift. Practice comp? Or kind of came together and you thought it was going to work, because it ended up working?
It kind of, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, as we came together last minute, we didn't even have a lot of comms going into that draft, so we just kind of, we kind of made it up as they locked in Garrosh. So I took Thrall to give us some extra roots, hopefully after a throw. And then our healer was totally without comms tonight, so he was just picking whatever he felt comfortable with.
Your support was not on comms the entire time?
He could hear, but he couldn't. He had to type back to us.
I got you. Oh my gosh. Game number 2, you bring us to Battlefield of Eternity. It was a much different game. 22-4 in kills. You guys hit level 20, got all the structures. Pretty dominant.
One guy kept feeding on our team. The Artanis.
I was like, hey, Wraithling having some fun. You're throwing out those blinds left and right, suppression pulsing, and I saw you pick up the extra charge at 20. I was like, hey, at least this guy gets an extra charge now. But it was a pretty dominant win. I talked about during the draft, you guys obviously had access to the amateur opponent. You had access as well to Exterminator on Raynor, but ended up going with Ace in the Hole. But a really strong racing comp, and of course late game when Asmo comes online, what a hero. Tell me a bit about Captain Roberts and how much it means to have someone able to make some of those big dunks at the end of game number 2.
Well, it was great. There was one time Lee Ming got caught out a little bit, and I was going crazy over comms, but then he just dropped a dunk on her, and she kind of disintegrated, so made up for it.
Oh, wait, Lee Ming disintegrated? I see what you did there.
Yeah. I didn't even mean to. No, it was, normally we probably would stay away from that on that map, but we felt like we had pretty good race and front line, and to make it to the end, I think. Get stacked.
Well, yeah, I mean, smart playing really helped, of course, just in early game in the bot lane, out clearing those waves significantly up against Luciodology in that matchup. You end up taking it, though. 2-0. Map 2 looking even better. Can we expect Disturbance to take it another step up in your Week 2 matchup?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, and do you know who that matchup is against for our viewers listening?
Backbone.
Backbone. Oh,
yep.
Simulateness was hanging out.
Oh, he was scouting us out, wasn't he?
He was scooting and scouting. That match, I'm actually looking on the calendar, taking place on, I want to get this right, Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. No caster as of yet, but keep an eye out. That could change, of course. Wraithling, I got to say congratulations tonight. Fantastic win for your team. Congratulations on pushing out version 2 of the NGS website as well. I'm proud of all the work you put in. Great job. But go ahead and shout-outs are yours. Floor is yours. Represent a little Disturbance for us.
Shout out to teammates, everybody that showed up, the other team, all the folks working to put on the community here so we can play.
Short and sweet.
And of course our caster and all the lovely people watching out there.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much for that. Once again, man, congratulations. I will certainly be chatting with you soon. And I wish you the best of luck preparing for Backbone on Thursday night.
All right, thanks, sir.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
All right, Twitch chat, that's the end of the road for this evening. I hope you had a fantastic time. If you're watching on YouTube, before you go, hit the like button, hit the follow button, or they call it subscribe button. If you're here on Twitch right now, before you go, make sure you're following, subscribed here if you want to be nice. Bit goal, thank you tonight to Slexia, moving at 69 points. And the sub tonight came out from XCal07. Thank you for that. Sweet Prime sub as we are celebrating Prime Day today. I think I have a code for you guys to sign up for Amazon Prime. It's somewhere in my email. So if you're sitting at home and you're like, I want to get involved with Prime Day, message me on Discord. I think we both get a little something from Amazon if we complete the deal. But that's it for tonight. End of my advertisements. I might leave you with one before I go, but I will see you tomorrow night right back here. I don't know what time, so just read the calendar. Murda's back tomorrow night. I'm actually 4 nights in a row this week. So until tomorrow, I'm Murda, your Twitch chat. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the Nexus.